It's been 2 weeks since MPs returned to Parliament Hill following the snap election, and Nik Nanos joins us now to break down the numbers, see who's doing well, who's not doing so well, and all that. Nick, good morning. How are you?
Good to see you, Roger. How you doing?
I am good, thank you. And I should mention, of course, you are the founder and chief data scientist at Nanos Research. But you knew that.
And I'm also your sidekick on Saturday mornings.
No. I'm following you. Let's talk about ballot support right now. Where's everybody sitting?
Well, you know, the thing is, Roger, we had a really close election when it came to popular support. And actually, the numbers between the Conservatives and the Liberals were tight coming out of the election. But fast forward now in the last 4 weeks, the Liberals are starting to pull away from the Conservatives. We have the Liberals at around 42%, the Conservatives back at 36%, NDP at 11%. So, you know, now what was a dead heat between the Liberals and the Conservatives now has a Liberal advantage, about 5 to 6 percentage points.
And that is a big difference when it comes to an election. But the NDP also kind of sneaking up a little bit, too. Get back into their normal territory, not quite normal territory, but heading up.
Yeah, why don't we, Roger, call it subnormal? Because usually they're like in the mid-teens, right? So now they're at 11%. They're up 3%, 3 points at least over the last 4 weeks. Bloc is at 7, Green at 3, but a little bit of positive movement. And you know, the other thing, Roger, we know historically parties without leaders sometimes do better than parties with leaders, right? They're a little more popular. Nothing to repel people.
All right, let's talk about the leaders. Poilievre's numbers are down.
Wow, actually, this is the big news from the weekly tracking from Nanos. Pierre Poilievre's numbers as preferred prime minister have plummeted in the last 4 weeks. You can see he's dropped 12 percentage points in 4 weeks. This is quite significant. Mark Carney now has a pretty comfortable, significant advantage. 47% of Canadians give him a tip of the hat as the person they would prefer as prime minister. Pierre Poilievre at 28, so almost 20 points back. Blanchet at 4, Davies at 3, May at 2. But the big news is Pierre Poilievre's numbers as preferred prime minister plummeting now in the wake of the federal election, and now him trying to seek, or will be seeking, a seat back in the House of Commons in order to get back in the fray.
I imagine there are some discussions going on in Conservative back rooms.
Yeah, and you know what? That's not good news for Pierre Poilievre. You know, the Conservative caucus has generally been supportive of Pierre Poilievre getting back into the House of Commons, but it just speaks to the situation where not only did Pierre Poilievre and his party win fewer seats than the Liberals, him losing his seat, him not being in the House of Commons, him not having the same type of profile as during the election has really hurt him. It's going to be interesting to see whether he can recover from this. It's too early to tell, but not good news for Pierre Poilievre and his leadership of the Conservative Party of Canada today, at least. Okay,
let's talk about issues. What are the big ones?
Well, you know, jobs is now really starting to ramp up. You can see that's the top national issue of concern, around 21%, up 5 points in the last 4 weeks. Worry about Trump is down. It's at around 16%. That's down 9. And, you know, Canadians are also increasingly starting to be focused on healthcare as the third national issue of concern. And, you know, the other two rounding up the top 5, worry about housing and worry about inflation. But jobs up, Trump down, healthcare up in terms of what Canadians are worried about.
Not surprising, the unemployment rate up to 7%. Nick, thank you as always, sir.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.